Good evening, everyone. What's going on? Again, congratulations to the new graduating class, number 1, 2019. I'm so happy and proud of you guys. I can't wait to start working with you. Maybe you guys might have to do some of your IOEs with me or what have you. Who knows? Just because you may be based somewhere else, they may deadhead you somewhere else to complete your IOE. So you just really never know. And then once you get your transfer, who knows? I'm going to start off by saying this. I have a plethora of information that I want to give. I just got to Baton Rouge. I'm going to go eat dinner with one of my high school, middle school, elementary school classmates. And then the other one, her daughter died. And so we're just going to hang out with her. But I want to touch on some things about IOE real quick, and then after you complete your IOE and you pass and you get on the line, conversation that I had with another flight attendant earlier today, a little bit of my own experience, but this is one of the things that's about to irritate me. A really good family member of mine made it to her face-to-face interview. And prior to her face-to-face, you know, I know that she had tattoos. So I told her, I was like, look, I don't know where exactly your tattoos are, but we have a very strict tattoo policy. So you want me to give you a letter of recommendation, but you need to be honest when you go to your interview about your tattoos and show them, because I don't want you stressing out if you get the job. That, you know, you hiding tattoos, and that's going to go against me. So she told me that she had one on her wrist and that it could be covered with a sleeve. And I was like, it has to be covered in uniform. It cannot be covered with jewelry, you know, like this. So I told her put on a long sleeve shirt, and if she raises her arm or whatever and it doesn't show. But I also told her if she makes it to a face-to-face interview to tell the instructor and let them determine, because I don't want you to go all the way to Salt Lake City and get sent home, because they will do a tattoo check. And I remember someone said that they even use makeup wipes at one point. So I don't know if there's something new that they're doing, but I hope that is true. Because here's the thing. She told me that it was a girl there who had tattoo, and she had it covered with dermablend or makeup or whatever, and it was visible tattoo. So not one, you filled out the application online knowing that you had visible tattoos, and in the policy is stated. Then you sat through the first introduction when they talked about the tattoo policy. Then you got a face-to-face, and then you lied to the recruiter, and she told me that they asked like 5 times. And then the girl, my family friend, said she told her, you know, they do a tattoo check, you know, and they may use makeup wipes. And she said the girl told her, oh, this is really good makeup, you know, they're not going to be able to see it. That ticks me off, because there was someone probably at that interview who could have gotten that job or gotten her face to face, but she lied. And now if she gets the job or not, I don't know, you know, what have you. And then she's going to go all the way to training, and then they're going to do a tattoo check and possibly wipe it off with makeup or the flashlight and get sent home, and she didn't took someone else's spot. That I don't like, because that shows to me you don't, you know, what type of person that you are. I don't care. I have tattoos. I get it. But lying and being deceitful and trying to, you know, bypass the system is just not right. I'm not the person to fly with and be like, oh, I see a tattoo, I'm going to go tattletale and all that stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. That ain't my job. I'm not a recruiter or anything like that. I'm not going to be tattletaling on anybody, but I'm just ranting and voicing my opinion, because there was someone else at that interview who probably could have gone further, and you took their spot because you lied. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What happens, happens. But let me go on to the next subject. All right, so you get your IOE. Please prepare. I know you're overwhelmed. You just graduated. There was a lot of information. I said this before. The service part of the training, you don't get a whole lot of it. It's a whole lot different. A whole lot different. I mean, you in the little classroom, you pushing a little cart, you may give your classmate a Biscoff cookie and all that. It is a whole lot different. So, how you prepare for your service, because you might get an instructor who is really good and who's going to show you, who's going to be direct, who's going to give you constructive criticism, who's going to help you. You know, they don't want to see you fail. And then you might get that instructor that's having a bad day and ain't trying to hear it and will fail you just for general purposes, you know. So service is different. And then don't get on it when you have an MST and you have a quick turnaround and you have to, passengers are boarding, and you're going to be working first class on your IOE. So it's going to be a lot going on. Not only are you going to have passengers boarding, you're going to have the gate agent, you're going to have the captains, you're going to have your IOE instructor all up on your shoulder, in your neck, you know, asking you, you got your notes, you have your EFAT. What are you doing now? What are you supposed to be doing? What should you be doing? Are you going to do this? You're going to do this? What are you going to do? And you just going to want to scream because there's so much going on at the same time. So the service part is so different. So whenever you get your IOE and you find out what aircraft you're going to be on, go over your service for that aircraft, okay? Go over what announcements you are going to be responsible for on that particular aircraft. You're going to be forward, so that you don't have a whole lot of announcements for the forward position. Read your announcements out loud. Pronunciate. I had a coworker who gave constructive criticism to someone who was fairly new, and that she couldn't pronounce the words. She was messing up. She couldn't read, and so she said, you know, you should practice these before. And the girl just got mad. She wasn't being abrasive and she wasn't being rude, because I know this person. She's just almost like, because I worked with her for the first time before too, and we became friends, but she did me the same way. Read over your service for that, whether it's American, Delta, United, or Alaska. Read over the service and read over the announcements, and of course your phases of flight for that thing. Now once you graduate and start working on your own, here's the thing. We're assigned our employee number, right? So normally when we look at our trip sheet, most flight attendants look at the employee number. As soon as a senior person see a newer number, some of them automatically go, you're working with somebody new. They don't know what you know, how much you know, how long you've been flying. They automatically assume you don't know jack. Some of them will be helpful and they will see what you know, and then some of them will just be, they don't want to be there. They don't want to work with you, and they don't want to take over and do everything. For the ones that you get that want to give you constructive criticism and want to show you different things, don't be offended by it, because we're all a family and we're all just working together. Your IOE instructor is going to teach you the rules, make sure you're not breaking any FARs and all that. She's going to probably show you the way that she does things. When you get out on the line on your own, you're going to find different ways to do things that work for you. So long as you're not breaking any FARs and you're following policy and it gets done, you may find a way that works for you. You may work with another flight attendant that says, hey, I do it this way, and then you like that way, but then you start doing it that way, and then you work with another flight attendant who does it another way, and then you say, well, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it this way. No, that's just how you do it. You're gonna find a way that works for you. All right. You might get with someone who's very demanding and really want to critique you and don't want to be bothered with you because they think you don't know anything. So the best thing for you to do is, when you get your trip, see what aircraft you're going to be on, see what carrier you're going to be on. If you're going to be aft or forward, read the announcements, go over the announcements that you're going to have to do. Make sure, you say them in the right time frame. If you're going to be the aft and you have to do the pin count, make sure you know how to do your pin count. Make sure you know when to do your pin count. Make sure you know when to listen to be able to tell it's time for you to do your pin count. And you don't always have to wait. If you're in the back and your aircraft and you're in seat 23 and then all your 3 seats from 21 and 23 are full, then you go ahead and just start making your way up. So that way when the gate agent comes to the front to meet you, y'all can confirm your numbers. You don't have to wait until the very last minute, especially if you got to get the door closed at a certain time frame. And then if you mess up, you have time to go back and recount. If someone offers you some constructive criticism, that's wonderful. Receive it. It's a difference between constructive criticism and just being plain rude, nasty, and ugly. For me, I can take constructive criticism. I don't do nasty. I don't do bossy or abrasive or people overstepping what I call my boundaries when I'm trying to do my job duties. I will say something in a minute because I take my job seriously and I know what I'm doing, and I appreciate you giving me your input, but just because you take your trash out this way, that doesn't mean that I have to do it that way. It's trash. There's no particular rule to take out trash. This is looking like it's blurry. So, yeah. Just learn how to take constructive criticism and give constructive criticism and be able to receive it, but you're going to find a way that works for you. Just don't, if someone is rude with you and ugly and nasty with you, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I really don't appreciate the way you said that or how you said that to me or whatever, in a nice way. You don't want to be going off and cussing folks out and all that stuff like that, but there's a nice way to let someone know, look, I got this, okay? I've worked with someone before who's always been in the forward position, and this particular time she was the aft, and she couldn't let go of the forward duties. Everything I did, she went behind me. She even went so far as almost to close the main cabin door, and running first class, talking, everything. And I had to say, can you go to your position and let me get this up here? Everything I did, she questioned. Well, did you do this? And did you do this? And did you do that? And I just looked at her finally and said, I know what I'm doing. I got it. Well, I'm just checking. No, you working my nerves. That's what you're doing. And you in my way. Go to the back and sit down in your seat in the back and let me do my job up here, because the galleys are too small for 2 people to be bumping into each other trying to work. So I'm trying to work, I'm trying to do my first class and everything like that, and I keep turning around bumping into you because you going behind me doing whatever it is you're trying to do. I don't like that. I believe in teamwork and partnership. If I'm forward, I help my aft. If I'm aft, I ask my forward if she needs anything from me. And if she doesn't, I stay out of her way so she can do her job. I don't get in her way. I don't read her announcements unless she asks me to, or unless I ask her if she needs me to do it. If we're running behind or something happened or what have you. Most forwards will ask the aft, depending on the aircraft, if you need any assistance or need any help serving. Like my flight today, I only had 3 people in my first class. Had I been on like something like the ERJ, I would have gone and helped my aft do her service because I only had 3 passengers up front. But we were on a 700, so there's no cart that allows for 2 people. So I try to, when I'm forward, I try to set up my aft's cart for her. That way when they finish their announcement, their service announcement, by the time they come up front, their stuff is ready to go. Now I asked them during our flight attendant to flight attendant briefing, how do you prefer your cart set up? What do you want, or what have you? And then whatever they tell me is how I set their cart up for them. And then once they get up front, if it's something they don't like, they can switch it up. But it's done. Now they can go and then I can start doing what I have to do for my first class. Because we both can't be up there moving around and stuff like that. I had worked with someone that's, I don't know, she just wanted to be forward, and she wanted to do everything that I was supposed to be doing. She couldn't even do her position because she was worried about what was going on up here. You're going to get those type of people. You just have to learn how to deal with it. So for me, I always ask. If I'm the aft, I ask my forward. Is there anything you need me to do or don't want me to do? Do you need me, you know, whatever. I don't overstep my position. If I'm forward, I will let my aft know if I need any assistance with anything or what have you. And that's just me. It may not work for you. I'm just giving my input, my suggestions, things that work for me. You're going to get out there and you're going to figure things out on your own, how you like things set up. These are just some suggestions. I try to get to my plane early so that I can go through all the carts and open everything. Okay, my girlfriend is picking me up and she's here. Go through all the carts, look and find out where everything is so you already know. But anyway, guys, congratulations again. I look forward to flying with y'all. Bye.